Okay everyone, so this is going to be kind of a unique towing trip because it's raining pretty bad. And when I first started out, I was really concerned because it said I was getting 0.46 miles per kilowatt hour for the last 15 minutes. But that has gone up to a much more comfortable 1.05.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Electrified Outdoors. Today we're going to be towing our travel trailer to the Sun Outdoors Rehoboth Bay Camping Resort in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Now this is going to be an interesting trip because we're going to be doing this in the rain, and so we're going to get to see how the rain impacts our towing efficiency. And we're also going to share some cool footage while we're down there. So without further ado, let's get started.
And so let me just go onto my towing, and it says the trailer is only 4,500 pounds, which I'm kind of surprised it says that, but it says that I will get 184 miles of range at 100%, and the towing efficiency is 1.2 miles per kilowatt hour, but I'm not really trusting a lot of those numbers right now. We know this is a large battery pack, and I have 131 kilowatt hours of usable energy in the battery pack. And at 1.02, that means I can go about 130 miles or 131 miles from 100% to zero. So this trip, we're going to actually go through Delaware, and we're going to stop at the Rivian Adventure Network in Christiana and charge up there. We're only going to need one charge, but it'll be interesting to see how the R1S does in this heavy rain. And my efficiency is down to 1.01. Now, for those of you that don't know, the rolling resistance is significantly increased when it rains. So your range does take a pretty serious hit in the rain when you're driving in the rain. So it'll be interesting to see. But I'll check back in with you once we get a little lower on our state of charge. Right now we have 90%. Okay, so we're down to about 63%. We hit a lot of traffic, and the Rivian navigation is taking us on back roads. Really a nice scenic ride. Now we're not moving very fast like we would be on the highway, but our efficiency is gone up for the last 15 minutes is 1.5 miles per kilowatt hour. So really some beautiful sights out here. But I think the moral of the story is if you have the time, and if you're towing like this and you can do it, the back roads are the way to go. But again, it will take significantly longer. And one other thing to mention is I am keeping my speed limited on the highway to 60 miles per hour. When I go above that, say 65 and above, my efficiency really takes a big hit. So I try to keep it below that. But anyway, I'll check in with you guys again soon when we get a little further along in the trip. Okay everyone, so we're about 3 miles away from the Rivian Adventure Network charger. Last 15 minutes says 1.18, but let's go ahead and take a look at my trip meter. My trip meter says 1.14 with an average speed of 40 miles per hour. So not too bad, and the rain is let up, so hopefully the range will improve for the rest of the trip. So I'll catch up with you guys when we get to the Rivian Adventure Network charger. Okay everyone, so we're here at the Rivian Adventure Network charger in Delaware, Christiana Mall, Delaware here, and getting good speed. I was getting up to like 212 kilowatt, but we're using just the Rivian nav today. You notice I don't have my ABRP up here on the screen. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just using the Rivian nav, but I did investigate the trip on ABRP before I left. And so I knew I wanted to take this route to get to Rehoboth versus going down, going across the Bay Bridge and taking my chances, because there's kind of really not a lot of options for chargers down there. Plus, this route has a little bit less traffic. But as we can see here on the Rivian nav screen, it says that I've arrived at the charger, and it tells me I need to charge up to 67%, but I'll probably charge to at least 80% to make sure I have plenty of buffer when I get to my destination, especially because of the weather, the way the weather is today. So I'm definitely going to charge up to at least 80%. But you can see when I get done charging, I can tap continue and it'll take me back to the nav and continue my trip. If I go into my charging here, I can see that right now I'm doing about 140 kilowatt, and I'm at 56% state of charge. Now at 60%, I'll see a significant drop down in my charging speed, and then again at 70 and 80. So that's typical, very normal. It does say I need to charge here for 1 hour and 3 minutes, but that's because I have my max charge rate set at 100%. I'm not going to charge to 100%, so it's not going to take me an hour. Now, a cool way where you can see how long it's going to take you is I can drop this down to 80%. Whoops, 79, I want 80. Sometimes that can be a little finicky. So give it a second here to update now that I've changed it to 80. And you can see it's going to take me 18 minutes to get to 80% from where I am now. And I may want to charge above that, so I'm going to set it back to 100. But that's a good way to see how long it's going to take you to charge when you're at a charging stop. This location is really nice. I was able to pull the trailer up. There's not really a whole lot of people parked in here. Now, if it was a really, really busy time, it might be a problem, but not today, thankfully. Pretty nice chargers here. $121 kilowatt at 62% state of charge. And you can see where it's kind of located. There's Nordstrom over there. Really big, really nice mall. But you can see I'm kind of pulled up right here. And I just kind of pulled up to 2C there. Now, it's supposed to be a problem if people were parked further up. I could potentially get blocked in, but if you have orange cones, you could always try to set those out and keep people from parking directly behind you. But yeah, kind of a really nice location here right off the highway. Okay, this trip wound up taking a lot longer than we had anticipated, mainly because of a lot of traffic. But nonetheless, we've got about 53% state of charge. Last 15 minutes says 1.18. And if I go into my trip, my efficiency is 1.17. In here, we've used 137 kilowatt hours, and we've gone 159.9 miles. So we're doing pretty good, and we should get there, it says, with 49 miles of range remaining. Got about 42 miles left. So this will be the last check-in before we make it to the campground. All right, so we're about 1.3 miles out, and I still have 22% battery. And the last 15 minutes says 1.18. So it looks like we're going to get there with plenty of battery to spare. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, that's so cool. That looks level. Look at that. If you do this, it's level. Let's go here. Looks good to me. All right.
That's going to put a wrap on this one. As always, folks, remember to like, subscribe, hit that bell so you get notified anytime we add new content. And thank you guys so much for watching.